Thank you all for coming. This is the last day of the Women in Caribbean Aquaculture Leadership Summit, which went through March 10th until March 22nd, which is today. And before introducing our guest today, I'm just going to walk you through what happened during the summit. Um, so your host today will be Dr. Julianne Russo, founder and CEO of the Caribbean Aquaculture Education and Innovation Hub. And the reason that we've had this amazing series of master classes for you to enjoy and take advantage of. So, just a little recap on what we've had during these days. 12 sessions, 12 amazing sessions. We started with Patricia Francis, honorary guest, talking about the role of women in our larger scale economy and trade. Then we had Edward Friedi telling us about smart AI tools. Dr. Olivia Afuso, encouraging us to be brave at work and at life. Such um, a great leadership session. If you didn't see it, I encourage you to rewatch it on the replays. And then we had Dr. Stacy Williams telling us about the challenges of starting a nonprofit, a masterclass if you'd like to um, um, my opinion. And then we have Jessica Giannotti talking about starting a business, which was an amazing session on what being a leader, being going to from science to entrepreneurship is. Then with Cheryl Bernard, we learned so much about writing as a process, as a publishing process. And if you're only considering that, I suggest you have a look at the session, which is so enlightening about the industry. Then we have had technical difficulties and we had to reschedule Maureen. But with Hazel on social media and branding, we learned so much about the importance of what a personal brand is, and that this is not only a thing for influencers. We can all, as scientists or as women professionals, can take advantage of. Crystal Robinson walked us through what is financial, so many aspects on your relationship with your accountant, on how to use the tools around you to make use of better financial planning. And then with Sharon, we just learn a bit more of how important to be grounded is to live a healthy life. Yesterday, Rosalind talked us through her journey founding an aquaculture uh, organization in Panama. And today, Mr. Donny Bunting, we're going to cook tilapia with him. So it was a little long intro, but it was worth providing an invitation for you. If you didn't see some of these sessions, please go to the replays. They're available to you. So the Caribbean Aquaculture Education and Innovation Hub is a groundbreaking project that brings together science, technology, business, entrepreneurship, and policy to address the need for the improvement of aquaculture in the Caribbean. Um, and the purpose of the summit is aiming to provide visibility to women aquaculture scientists and entrepreneurs, amplify voices, break barriers, and create pathways into leadership for women in very diverse type of things. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Mr. Donny Bunting, formerly a dairy farmer. He is a Jamaican primary tilapia farmer who produces 250 tons of fish annually since 1974. The farm does all the genetic work, fingerling production, wholesale, and retail marketing. So we're so excited to have him here and to, well, share with us so much knowledge and, of course, a delicious recipe for tilapia. So Welcome, Donny and Julie, and I'm going to start sharing my screen and pass the mic to you. Julie, you're muted on that screen.
Can you see well here?
Yes, we can. Hi.
Okay, perfect,
Let's
perfect,
go.
perfect. So we're so excited. Donny, tell us what you have here.
First of all, thank you for that great introduction. I thought that I knew you from 50 years ago. My wife is an excellent cook. So along the way, she has taught me some techniques. And we have a product here that we actually do on a small scale commercially, but it takes a little time to do it. So I'll show you how we do it at home or when we go to cooking contest, and I'll also show you how we do it commercially. Okay, this is what to start with. A butterfly tilapia fillet. That's 2 fillets joined at the stomach. Not compulsory, but makes it easier. And we have onions, we have scallion, we have Scotch bonnet pepper, which is a very flavorful hot pepper in Jamaica. Then we use chicken bouillon powder and margarine. We combine these ingredients. Firstly, the onions and the scallion and pepper. And we add the powder.
That's chicken.
Chicken, just chicken bouillon.
Chicken bouillon. Okay, in a powder. Okay.
Yeah, we get this all thoroughly mixed. As the powder works on the veggies, it sort of makes it become very liquid.
Okay. It smells so good. I love the smell of the Scotch bonnet.
Notice that there's very few ingredients involved.
Right.
But my Chinese friends
Yeah.
have taught me that sometimes less is more.
True.
So you just use a few ingredients.
And they're very fresh ingredients. I can
Yes.
smell it. It smells so good.
After you get this all mixed up now,
Yeah.
we add the magic ingredient. No. Tons of margarine.
Oh my goodness.
This is enough spice to do 10 pounds of fish.
Okay, 10 pounds of this kind of fillet.
Right.
Okay.
Or when we also do a whole deboned fish, which is like a pocket, and that makes it very easy to stuff, to take the stuffing.
Okay.
And with the deboned fish,
Yeah.
we can also add like mashed potatoes.
Oh, really?
seasoned rice,
Wow.
vegetables as fillers.
Okay, and make
Can
it
you
roll it up.
can you repeat the ingredient list again? So I got chicken bouillon, onion, scallions, margarine, and then is there another thing?
And hot
Yes,
pepper.
you know Scotch bonnet pepper? It's like one of the hottest peppers, but it gives so much flavor. Have you ever heard of it?
I haven't. By
I
any
guess it's a
chance,
habanero.
It's actually grown in Mexico a lot now in competition with Jamaica.
habanero? Is that it? Whoa.
Yes, I think it's a kind of habanero, but in the breed, I guess, is Jamaican Scotch bonnet
Yep,
pepper.
yep.
Yeah, it's hot, but it gives
Very
a lot of
flavorful.
flavor. Yeah. So how long do you mix this for?
Just until it looks. I just go by appearance. There's nothing
Okay.
scientific here. The only thing that I'm always accurate with is the amount of the ingredients.
That comes in there.
Yes.
So Mrs. B taught you this recipe?
Do it on a small scale.
Okay.
Commercially.
Okay.
So we want it to taste the same all the way. So
Right.
we always weigh the ingredients accurately.
Right.
Okay, at this stage now, we just apply. Okay, first of all, let me transfer the fillets to where they're going to end up.
So this is a banana leaf. Let me
This
move this out
dish
to the
is
right.
called Longville's herb stuffed tilapia in banana leaf.
Longville's herb stuffed tilapia in banana leaf. This is unique. I've never seen tilapia on a banana leaf. So
Originally the banana leaf was done for appearance, but people swear that it
It gives
adds to the flavor.
flavor. Oh. So this morning you had a harvest. So all of this fish is like nice, fresh fish from the pond.
The idea now is that you serve the fish on the banana leaf. It adds to the attractiveness.
So how do you prepare the banana leaf? That's how you got it like
Okay,
that.
to get the banana leaf to not fall apart,
Yeah.
you steam the leaf first.
Oh, okay.
Just steam it and you will see a change in the appearance
It gets
of the
dark
banana
color.
leaf, right?
Oh, okay.
As you steam it.
Right.
And then now, with this product, you can put this on a grill, but it takes extremely accurate timing to get it right on a grill without burning. So our favorite way of finishing it is in a steamer pot.
Okay.
A steamer pot is more forgiving. If you leave it on a little too long,
Mm-hmm.
it won't burn. But it's actually, I prefer it grilled.
Okay.
It has a more concentrated flavor when it's grilled.
Yeah.
But as said before, it takes a lot of accuracy. You can know by the feel of it
Yeah.
when you're grilling it.
How do you tell, how does it feel?
Well, it's very firm now, and when it's cooked, you'll find
Oh, soft, like it becomes flaky.
But-
Okay.
it takes a lot of experience to do that. Or the other way is to put in a thermometer
Oh,
and take it to your desired temperature, which is 160 for me.
okay.
So at this point now we move to here in the steamer pot. Save the time. It's the same product.
Wow,
So
like
how-
on TV.
Like a what?
Like on TV.
Yeah.
Yes, it's notice it's just sitting on a rock above the water.
Oh, just above the water.
And commercially, we do it this way, where we put them in vac bags and just immerse them in boiling water for 10 minutes. Or you can put the vac bag into a microwave for 4 minutes.
Okay, let's go back to this. What is steaming versus poaching? You were telling me that
Okay, it's
before.
an identical product,
Yeah.
but this one is done for show when you invite friends. Or we have entered a lot of cooking contests with this.
Yeah.
And we always present this way because the banana leaf give you a lot
Makes
of
it look
points
pretty, right?
in the appearance. But for commercial, we just do them in a vac bag.
So a vat bag, when you say vat bag, can you explain a bit more what a
It's
vat
a-
bag is?
If you are aware of vac pack stuff, when you put stuff in a vacuum bag. where
So you
pull all the
purchase the
air,
bag and then you pull all the air out of it.
correct,
Oh,
and
okay.
seal it.
Okay.
So keeps much better when it is in a. And it also prevents the bag from bursting when it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I still advise if you put it in a microwave to take a fork and stick a few holes in the top
Right.
so that in case there was any air
Mm-hmm.
in the bag, it escape as it is.
Oh, okay.
In the hot water, it never gives any trouble.
So that's a form of steaming, not poaching. What is
No, no.
poaching?
Poaching is when you immerse the fish in the liquid.
Okay.
Steaming is when you're only getting the heat. But
Through
no
it.
intrusion
Oh,
of the water.
okay, okay,
What
okay.
Jamaicans tend to call poaching steaming.
Steaming.
But it's not. It's in steaming, there's no contact with the fish on the water.
Oh,
In
okay.
this case, the vac bag keeps them apart.
Right.
And in this case, it's only the steam.
And this keeps all the nutrients
Yeah,
in the
everything,
fish. Like
everything
this
is
is
inside.
like really healthy nutrition because not overcooked. It's like just perfectly steamed.
Okay, let's take out this one that's done. I hope.
Mariana, any questions so far?
No, I here is earlier and I haven't had breakfast and that
Oh,
fish
you need
looks
to have
good.
some of this. Sorry, you need to have some of this for
Yes.
breakfast.
No, it sounds really good. Buttery,
Tell me,
spicy, flaky.
Yeah, and healthy, right? We need to be eating more fish.
Yes, and delicious.
So I'm following you. Yes.
I didn't do this one on another one.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is the one that we just did.
Oh, okay. As opposed
With
to
this.
this. All right. So we had some prepared before because it take, how long does it take to steam?
That's about 12 to 15 minutes, depending on how cold it was when they put it in.
Okay.
I didn't catch the time that he said.
She said 12 to 15 minutes for
Oh,
steaming.
that's really quick.
Yeah. So you have to have the water has to be boiling
Yes.
before you put it in. Here you go.
Oh.
Of course, if you're skillful, you can slide the banana leaf up onto a plate.
Yeah.
So this fillet was taken from a 350-gram fish.
Okay.
You can adjust the size serving
Yeah.
as to, but that because we do it commercially, we find that the most of the demand
Yeah.
is for this size.
Okay.
So all this stuff, good stuff is inside.
Right. I am going to try it. So this is all the,
It's not done by one of my workers. I'm going to make her try one.
yes, this was pre-prepared before. Oh my gosh. That's so good. I can't turn the camera around. I don't know how to turn it around, but can I tell you, Mariana, the Scotch bonnet gives it so much flavor. So it's really soft and flaky, and everything has been cooked well inside, and it tastes so good. Oh my God.
Oh, save me a little.
I know. You're gonna have to try to make, oh, here, I figured it out. Okay. So I'm gonna show you like this. It is so good.
Oh,
Sorry for eating in front of you.
I'm going to prepare it and send you a picture of my face sitting and enjoying it as well.
And it's so easy. That was really
See?
easy. So if you get the now can you use this recipe with any kind of fish? What other fish would you recommend?
I use it with snapper. Most white flaky fish goes very good.
Oh, okay. So snapper,
I've even done it with barracuda.
barracuda. Oh, isn't barracuda an oily fish?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. All right.
We use small
Yeah.
barracudas.
Yeah.
And then very good.
So what do you have to tell those people that talk about aquaculture? Like, sometimes aquaculture has like a bad name or it's farm fish. This fish is beautiful. I went and saw the fish this morning and it's beautiful, beautiful fish. And it has no off flavor. How do you get to not have this off flavor?
Well, first of all, most people associate the off flavor that you used to find in tilapia 20 years ago with muddiness, and they thought it had something to do with them feeding on the bottom. That's totally incorrect. There's a type of algae called blue-green algae, which tilapia actually like to eat. And when they eat the blue-green algae, it leaves that muddy taste in it.
Okay.
But blue-green algae is usually present when there's an over-fertilization of the pond. We don't add any fertilizer to our ponds at all. Because the ponds are old, they are naturally fertile, and you get a good plankton and zooplankton bloom when you fill the ponds, which is incidentally, and most people may not be aware, that's the primary food of the tilapia. We then add pellets to hasten the growth and allow us to carry more fish.
So hi, Mrs. B.
Hi.
Mrs. B is a force behind everything. She just brought in the vacuum packs. Okay.
And the bag comes with a clear point. So you can just rip it across and pour it. We like it with rice, we like it with mashed potatoes.
Right.
That's all the margarine gives a
And
nice.
all this sauce
Right.
is here to add to the rice.
We put it on a bun, actually.
Bun
Yeah, but you have to make sure you take it off early before it
makes it soggy.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to do it early.
Right. So, I mean, we need to be eating more fish and we can't be like taking the fish out of the sea. It's not endless. So we need to, aquaculture is very important to be able to provide such healthy, nutritious
But
protein.
you asked me about the negative,
Yes, yeah.
So you can avoid the blue-green algae by not over-fertilizing. But we go one step further. We never set our fish out of ponds. We grow our fish in earthen ponds, not tanks like in the first world countries. But we bring them into tanks and we pump spring water. We flush it with spring water for 24 hours to get rid of all their good contents, and it makes the fish. It's pleasant for the people who are cleaning the fish because they don't have to deal with good contents, and the people swear that the fish tastes better when it is
Yeah,
flushed. Because we
yeah.
don't feed them in the flushing period.
Right, yeah.
They just have spring water flowing through the
Mm-hmm.
tanks all night, and we change that water every day. So it helps in the perception, people think it's
Right. And I taste it, it's like a really flavorful, light, very light. And then all the ingredients come through. Like everything that you put, I can taste it. It's so, so good. I keep eating it. So we have to taste this one to taste the difference.
no, that's no different.
It's no
The
different.
one that you want.
Oh, it's the other one. Okay, all right. Okay.
I agree with you, not at all.
So Mariana, do you have a lot of tilapia in Mexico?
Yes, we do. The states that inland, they produce a lot of tilapia, yes, in Mexico. Not as much as Colombia, for instance, no.
Okay.
But yes, we do, and some of them are family farms. Some of them have integrated how do you call it? I lost the words. Where you also plant vegetables using the water, and I kind of lost the word.
Integrated aquaculture. So they
Yes,
use
yes,
the water to make like
yes.
hydroponics,
To be honest,
hydro.
we
Yeah.
used to reuse the water with onions
Yes,
and watermelon. But with climate change, rainfall is so unpredictable now that we have made too many losses off of that. So we don't reuse the water now, unfortunately. But our drain runs through a farm below, and they use it. They use that water.
Oh, okay. So
A farm that is beyond our farm.
right, right. Oh, so that's excellent. That's
Well,
excellent.
speaking about tilapia in Mexico, I've been much older than you know the early history. When tilapia came to the Caribbean and Central America, most of the countries treated it as a possible export crop to go to the US. Mexico and Cuba were the only two countries that introduced it to feed their population.
All right.
Right. So as a result, Mexico and Cuba were way ahead of the rest of the Caribbean and Central America
Oh, wow.
in tilapia production.
When was this? The 80s?
No, earlier than that. From the
70s?
70s to the 80s, yes.
Okay.
Mexico and Cuba took it very seriously, and they pushed ahead long before. So it's only their surpluses now that they need to. Most of the other countries have to depend on export.
Mm-hmm.
And now that the Far East is competing, it makes it very difficult for them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You are fortunate in that you have a good local market,
Right.
Mexico and Cuba.
So Jamaica came after, like in the 70s, or was it around the same
Jamaica
time?
went totally export initially.
Oh, so nothing for the local market.
Well, the local people didn't want it because being a small island, people were familiar with marine fish and they didn't want it at all. When I started, I had to sell my fish to the prisons because they didn't have a choice. Produced only for the prisons.
Right, right.
When the red tilapia was introduced, people started to change their perception of it because it looked more like a snapper.
Yeah, yeah.
It has grown slowly over the years. But when I was a young man, people used to eat chickens that were running around the house. And when they came in with broiler chickens, people were very reluctant to eat it because they thought it was very unnatural to see a baby chick coming out of a drawer instead of
fresh. Yeah,
it
fresh.
took them years.
Yeah,
No, they only want the broiler chicken. So I figured the same is going to happen.
yeah.
In time, the farm goldfish will take over from the
I
west.
thought it had already. No,
Internationally, but not in Jamaica.
really.
No, in Jamaica, we have about 15% of
Oh, wow.
the total consumption.
Okay.
Jamaicans learn very slowly that cultural.
But during COVID, they wanted to eat it though.
I'm not sure why.
No?
I'm not sure. Maybe somebody told him that it will avoid COVID.
That's why.
But since then, though, the consumption has kept increasing.
Okay,
To the
okay.
point now we have to be hurrying to keep up with
Yeah.
the consumption.
I think this is so delicious. And you can, like you said, bake it, fry it, steam in the oven. Because in the oven is steam as well, no?
Bake.
It's bake,
Bake or broiled.
broiled. Okay.
But we have entered several contests with this item, and it has always won.
It's really good. I can see why.
We talk about tilapia cooking. People do Asian style, Japanese, Chinese. We have all the top chefs in Jamaica doing it their way, and we the simple farmer.
Well, it's coming straight from the farm.
Primarily because our fish is fresh and also we use fresh seasonings.
Right. Yeah.
Most of the other people depend on something from a jar or a powder.
Right. That makes such a big difference. Yeah.
That is not fresh.
Right.
It's fresh.
Right. Right. No, I can taste it. So we're gonna try the other one now. How long does that one take?
I will be understanding. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No moment, actually.
Okay. All right.
While he's out there, I was searching the web for tilapia consumption in Mexico, and
Yes.
I'm pretty surprised because in 2018, the per capita consumption was 3.08 kilos.
What?
Yes, that's an official number, 3.08 kilos per person per year. And
Wow.
yes, that means this is the fifth part of the total fish consumption in the country. So in 2018, so that's a strong market over there.
So what other kinds of fish do they eat?
Well, let me ask the AI. That's a good question.
You
Because I
learned
know
about
what I
AI.
eat. I live in La Paz where we have lots of fish. But I'm going to guess it's shrimp. Let's see what this AI tells me. What type of seafood, I'm going to say?
Sorry, you need about 4 more minutes.
4 more minutes.
Yes. Well, so I'm going to look this data up. I'm using an AI that gives you actual answers. It's called Perplexity.
Mhm.
Okay. A brief overview of the popular seafood in Mexico. Sardines is the most consumed seafood in Mexico.
But that's imported.
And we do have sardines, but I bet we import
Like
a lot.
Jamaica, we import most of our seafood, right?
Shrimp, we do a lot of shrimp.
Yeah, you do shrimp.
Yes, we do shrimp, commonly used in tacos, cocktails, and other dishes. Red snapper, it's popular as well. Tilapia, we use it in soups, broth, and some regional dishes. And tuna.
Yeah, you do have tuna. I've seen the tuna pens in Mexico.
Yes.
Near not Tijuana. We're south of Tijuana. Where did they have the tuna pens?
I think in Ensenada.
Ensenada.
Up
I've been
north,
to
yes.
Ensenada. Yeah,
Mhm.
where I've seen those huge tuna pens. Yeah.
Yes, and we used to have a lots of sardine factories in the northwest in Mexico, but now I don't think um they're as active as
In
always.
Jamaica, most of our seafood is imported. I looked at in the supermarket and there was herring, mackerel,
Well,
codfish. We eat all
Yeah,
of that. So that's the thing, like we should be doing more aquaculture.
that's cold water fish.
All cold water fish
What are
imported.
you doing there?
Our national dish is with codfish.
Cod?
So
Really?
yeah,
Salted.
codfish, like bacala.
Mm,
Yeah,
that's nice, but
we share that commonality in the Americas, bacala. The
bacalao.
Latin countries, yeah.
By the way, I'm reading, okay, not reading, but listening to an audiobook about the history of the the cod
History of
fisheries.
cod. I read that book. It's fascinating. How did
Yes.
cod united all of us because it came from Portugal. So in Italy also we share the same dish of the saltfish with onions, tomatoes. The only thing we don't have is a Scotch bonnet pepper, but we eat the same. Spain, Portugal, and
Mm-hmm.
the Latin America.
And
Expensive from Canada.
But
do you think there's a
uh-huh.
sorry, do you think there's a book on tilapia as well, sort of like that?
The history of tilapia. Donnie, you're gonna have to write that book. The history
Yes.
of tilapia.
I've been observing them all of my 74 years, and I've been growing them commercially for 50 years.
So you need to write that book because we're talking about a book that's called The History of Cod.
Oh, you want to know the history of tilapia?
It's History of
And I
tilapia.
can only tell you in Jamaica.
Well, I'm sure it has a fascinating history, how it got here.
Yes.
Where did it come? Where was the original tilapia
From the
from?
Philippines.
From the Philippines.
Yes.
Oh.
We know that they are from Africa, but the Africans did not use tilapia. Only the most famous case of tilapia usage was when Jesus fed the 5,000, and when St. Peter asked him about the money for the tax,
Yeah.
and he sent him to catch a fish in the Sea of Galilee, which was a lake.
Yeah.
And he caught the fish, and there was a piece of gold in the mouth. At the time when these events happened, tilapia was the only fish in the Sea of Galilee. So tilapia have been making waves.
So ever since then, for
And
two,
the Egyptians,
3,000
over
years.
Over 2,000 years ago, they were culturing tilapia.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the first in modern history was in the 40s and 50s. The Philippine people in the Philippine Islands recognized the tilapia in Africa and brought them there and started to culture them. But including, I'm not sure why Jamaica, but it's so early, but it's
Right,
coming
right.
in the 40s.
In the 40s? I
Yes.
thought it was the 70s.
No.
Oh,
We
okay.
had tilapia here on our farm in the 50s. I saw them stocking. At
Really?
the time, the government, what happened? Our freshwaters didn't have any worthwhile edible fish.
Uh-huh.
So they got this idea to stock all the freshwater in Jamaica. No, years later,
They decided to stock
super
all the fish.
environmentalists are saying they want to get rid of the tilapia. No. Why would they want to have it established from
From 1950?
1950?
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
they started stocking them. I don't know why they didn't want it, because a lot of people make their living off wild caught tilapia, you know. So, but environmentalists tend to forget that humans are not protected.
But you do realize that because there's not a historical part, that's why you need to learn history. Like it needs to be documented that they were already there before. So you can have that discussion. Like these are already there. These are established species.
Right.
There, that's different.
I don't know if you are aware of a case that made a lot of press, where the bauxite company, some of their effluent flowed into the Cova River, which had big population of tilapia and had over 200 people making a living from it. And they killed the entire river. And I offered to restock the river. And the environmentalists were all over me. It took me a year and 3 months to get permission. Because they didn't even know that the government had stopped that river.
From 1945, yeah. Because it's not documented.
And they were
yeah.
the species that were there before.
Yeah.
And I don't know where they'd get them to restock them, because those have vanished years ago.
Right.
So what they have to do their job.
Right, right. So it's almost finished?
Should be.
Okay, all right. Let us go back to cooking, and I hope everybody would have enjoyed this segment. I'm so excited. We've managed all of these master classes to the very end, and I think we can do a spin-off. I think each one can have a spin-off of its own segment at another time.
Yes, I would. Man, I'm thinking so much about that fish with white rice.
Do you eat a lot of rice or potatoes?
No, we actually for our preferred carb in Mexico are tortillas or bread
Right.
sometimes, but mostly
Yeah,
tortillas. That is the
right,
carb that is in
right.
our tables, on our tables.
Okay, so here we are. Hi, Mayo. I am Here we are. This is the one that he uh
We just see.
just seasoned, and
The
they
fish was swimming over ago.
it was swimming an hour ago. So
Fresher than this.
it came straight from farm, straight from pond to table. So here is a banana leaf, and it's so beautiful. Look at how beautiful that is. I don't want to massacre it. Yeah. And
Mm.
see, it's like really flaky and has lots of juice. Mm,
Oh, wow.
it's so good. The onions, the scallion, the onions, everything inside is all steamed and so flavorful. And I like the pepper. It's like a hint of pepper. Yeah. So yeah. Hi Maya, came a little late. I'm so
Yeah, I
sorry.
was out in the field, but oh, wow.
You have any
Or
questions?
maybe,
I
or
have all
maybe
the
he
questions.
arrived just at the right time.
Yeah.
Well, seeing it and
So
can't have it. So this
as
is just a fillet with the skin off.
right, this is a fillet, a butterfly fillet, and basically it's scallion, onion, chicken powder, chicken seasoning powder,
Like the Maggie
and
cube.
Scotch bonnet pepper, and that's it.
No garlic?
And margarine. And then he wrapped it in the banana leaf and in
Uh,
foil,
okay.
and then steamed it for 15 minutes. Yeah. And that's it.
At what temperature?
Uh
Boiling point.
yeah.
Steam.
He was boiling. He
Steam,
was
not in the
boiling it.
oven. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
So
Oh,
he put
wow.
it on top of a rack
Oh,
and
it's
then
like
cover it.
making
Yeah.
man, we call it pemi. I forget what you call it in Jamaica. You know the thing with the cornmeal and you wrap it in the leaf?
Right. What is when you
I forget
wrap
what you
the
call it.
cornmeal in the leaf? Dukunu. What is
Dukono,
what
right,
is
right, right. Yeah,
dukunu?
it's kind of like that.
Based.
But fish.
Oh,
Okay,
pudding.
okay.
But instead he used this to wrap the fish, and then what you do is serve it like this so that it's presented this way. But this fish was swimming an hour ago,
Yeah.
so it's brought straight from the pond to the
From
table.
tank to table.
Yes, yes. And this is Maya. Maya, say hi to Mr. Bunting.
Oh,
Maya,
I should put it on my camera. Right.
she raises tilapia at the island school in the
Hello,
Bahamas.
hello. Yeah, I was just out in the field. But yes, yes. And I'm always looking for creative ways to make tilapia make sense. So
This is
yeah.
your hand.
Oh, you only see. Okay, hold on. Let's turn you around. Can you
Yes,
see?
hi.
Ah, there we go. Nice to meet you. So
Yes,
which part of Jamaica are you
I've
in?
been here in Tilapia from before your mother was born.
See, you
We're
would
in
like to think
Clarendon
so.
today. We are in Clarendon today.
Oh, Clarendon. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Actually, the border runs right through the middle of our farm. So half of the farm is in St. Catherine and half is in Clarendon. So we produce our baby fish and do our genetic work in Clarendon, and we do growth operation in St. Catherine.
Are you open to tours?
Oh, sure.
So next time I'm in Jamaica, I could call you.
Yes.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
on your way to the tour. Though.
No,
Pardon me?
before you arrive to Jamaica.
Yeah. And will
You're
there
in
be fish
Bahamas,
with the
right?
tour? Do I get a sample with the tour?
You're in the Bahamas, right?
She said she
That's
wants
what
a
I was
sample
going to
to
ask.
her.
Oh, of course,
When she
sure.
comes, she wants a
There's no
sample.
too many people in it.
Yeah, she's in the Bahamas at the island school on the island of Eleuthera.
But
I
I'm
don't
in
know if
Jamaica
you
like
heard.
twice a year, so I will be there soon.
Yeah, she's coming back to Jamaica.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so she can talk tilapia because she raises the white. She raises the white tilapia.
Oh, you're up. Yes.
I got red, I got white, some black.
You got them from Aquasafra, right? Yes, I tried some of the Aquasafra fish, but
And
the Jamaican market is very picky about color.
mm-hmm.
They'll take the red and they'll only take the whitest Rocky Mountain white. I've had the Rocky Mountain white for 15 years,
Oh
and
yeah.
I've selected 13 generations that I all selected for whiteness
Mm-hmm.
because Jamaican customer buy the white, but as soon as they become gray or darker than that,
Mm-hmm.
they
They don't
don't
want
want.
it.
And the Aquasafra fish is not really white, not like
It's still very
yeah, but they do grow 10% faster.
that's what I
So,
found, yeah. And I get more meat on my fillets from them.
well, the Jamaicans hardly any fillet is purchased.
They want whole fish?
The fillet that you get in Jamaica is in fast food places, in the sandwiches, and that's all
Right.
them put with it.
But
For
even like
my
rainforest, wouldn't they want to use the tilapia for like patties
Fillet
and stuff?
And
What's that?
the problem is a lot of Bassa fillet is sold here from the Mekong River,
Mm-hmm.
which is very, very cheap. The fillets are
Oh, okay.
cheaper than whole tilapia.
That makes
So
sense
it's a
too.
hard sell to sell local tilapia fillet on the local market
Mm.
because it's primarily caterers that use fillet in Jamaica,
Mm-hmm.
and they only have to face their customer once, so they don't really worry about the quality. They just want the price, you know.
Right.
So the fillet market is going to take a lot of time to build in Jamaica, but the people love whole fish, so it's no problem.
we like to see the eyes and the head and the tail.
Even the kids, you know, in Jamaica.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. We have a retail outlet, and each time a lady comes in, you know exactly what the size of her family is. She wants a pound size fish, a
Mm-hmm.
3/4 pound, and 3
Mm-hmm.
half pound.
So
For
people
each,
escovitch
for
tilapia.
Right. The kids get a half pound fish, and she takes a 3/4 pound, and her husband gets a 1 pound.
You have a escovitch tilapia?
the escovitch tilapia.
Of course, that is the most eaten way here.
Yeah.
Whenever we have events on the farm, we're doing like hundreds of pounds of fish. It's always escovitch.
Okay.
We have a guy who specializes just in escovitch in tilapia. It's actually my favorite way too. But whenever I introduce tilapia to people who have never had it, I use this method.
Okay. Yeah, I never tried this. I have to. I think I'll sacrifice one or two from my tank just for
Yeah.
science, to test it.
So food science. Food science. Well, Mario, we hope to see her. I wish I could be where you are.
Now I want to be where you are. Bahamas cold these days. Like it's
Cold.
the Bahamas is
Uh,
confused. Yeah.
It's March. It's
It's like
March.
lower 20s. Like, yeah.
So we're going to wrap up.
All right.
This
Yeah,
has been amazing.
I'm happy I caught the tail end of it.
Yes, and you can rewatch it so that you can see exactly how it was done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Now I can try it for
Mariano,
sure, and I'll send pictures.
yes, definitely. Let's get some on Instagram to show what has been done.
Yes, I learned from the summit.
That's awesome.
Just before we wrap it up, let's thank our sponsors. So I'm just gonna quickly share my screen and to have the chance to thank our sponsors for making this happen: Biomar, Number 9 Marketing, Digital with Grace, Moss Solutions, the Latin American and Caribbean chapter of the World Aquaculture Society, Aqua Safra Tilapia, and Nexus Distribution. And thank you for being here. Thank you, Donny, for sharing some of the history of your career and of this delicious recipe that I'm sure I'm gonna be preparing at home. And I'm hoping people that are watching too. So thank you so much. Any final words for the summit to officially wrap it up, Julie?
So we're wrapping it up, and we are going to have just one recorded session that you can view with the package. All of this is going to be available for the next 3 months, but we will have a recorded session with 3 young Jamaican women aquaculture scientists who will be giving their views of aquaculture today and what they think it should be. So, but it's going to be recorded and added to the package. And I'm so excited about what we have done. And I have to thank you, Mariano. You're amazing, amazing host. I just love what you've done. Grace, who has been behind the scenes. We will have to bring Grace forward another time, and Hazel, this cannot have been done without these 3 amazing women. And I am so grateful to have you on the team and to be doing this project with me. It's the very first time we've ever done this, and I really hope these are truly masterclasses that can help any woman, whether it's in aquaculture or not, to make become a better functioning person in their ventures of whether it's research or entrepreneurship, anything that you choose to do. So I am so happy that we have done this. And yeah, please watch the recordings and let us know what you think.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Hope you have enjoyed this as much as I did.